So before starting Geeta, let's pray to Krishna so we can understand it the way he wanted us to understand. So it's the 15th shloka. So the meaning of the shloka is, O the best of men, a person of whom pain and pleasure are alike, and who is not tormented by these sense objects, becomes eligible for immortality. So here, the bliss is the when you are on right path and you are not affected by any kind of favorable or unfavorable circumstances or experience, then you are in the bliss.
Can you repeat that?
So according to Geeta, bliss means when you are on the right path. So understand, you are on the right path means you are on the dharma. Okay. It doesn't mean that you are doing good or bad. We are beyond good or bad. We are right. Sometimes the right thing can be bad also. Right? When the Arjun killed people, he did the right thing. But in common language, we can say that he did the bad thing, right? So beyond good or bad, we are doing the right thing and not getting affected by any kind of favorable or unfavorable circumstances. So where are we now? We are beyond positive, negative, beyond pain and pleasure. Okay? Things can be favorable also and things can be unfavorable also. In both the conditions, if we are not affected by anything, then we are in the bliss. So bliss doesn't means that you got something and you felt something and you're happy. No. That is the like small happiness. People use the word bliss everywhere for every small thing. But if you are in the bliss, it's totally different condition. Where doesn't matter that it is pain or pleasure, the things are favorable or unfavorable. It's beyond everything. It is beyond good or bad. It is the right thing which was needed. Why are we saying like that? Because we are cutting the mind out of it. If the mind experiences it, it is not bliss. I know this shloka is a mind twister, so we'll take our time to understand. Any question in this one?
So it's very hard for us normal human beings to actually experience bliss.
Yes, you got it right. So if somebody comes to you and say, oh, I am in bliss, so just understand that person is not in bliss. That person hasn't experienced Ananda. Bliss is what? Ananda, Satchit Anand. Okay? So
Okay.
this was from the first thing. So it's the condition where anything related to our mind, our experience, doesn't affect us. Second chapter of Gita is like very important chapter, right? So now let's check it with the shloka. So when we see the in this shloka, the person to whom pleasure and pain are alike is eligible for immortality and bliss. So the main essence of this shloka is what? The person who is alike in pain and pleasure. That is eligible for immortality and bliss. So Krishna is here telling you that, okay, leave your pains, but leave your pleasure also. How many people are ready to leave pleasure?
If I have to summarize bliss, this is what I took down, right? when we are doing the right thing, regardless of whether it's good or bad, and when the effects of it doesn't bother you, then it's bliss. Is that correct?
The effect of the, yeah, like favorable or unfavorable conditions, right? It can be favorable, it can be unfavorable, right? Total different. That is the bliss. Now, again, a big disclaimer I'm giving here, that I'm not saying the person not affected by pleasure and pain is eligible for bliss and immortality, right? So now we need to understand that it doesn't mean that you are not on right path and you are not getting affected by pain and pleasure and you are eligible for bliss and immortality. Okay, so many times we can see the people, very strong mind people, can show you that they are not getting affected by any pain and pleasure, right? Many kind of big criminals, even Ravan, for example, we can take example of Ravan. He can show you that he is not affected by any pleasure or pain. So people can demonstrate that, but it doesn't mean that they are experiencing bliss. There are many people who are very practical, very strong minded. They show like this, right? Nothing is affecting them. But at that scenario, we have to check, where is the center? Is the center on the right path? The center of the consciousness of your body, is it on the right path? Your mind is on the right path, or it is on the adharmic path? So many time it happened that we get confused that, okay, this person is very hardworking, nothing affects, so maybe he's experiencing bliss. No. At that point, we have to go and check the center. Where is the center? What is the kendra of that person? So for this, we have to be always keep our mind open. So if the center is corrupted and you are not on the right path, and then also you are showing that this pain and pleasure is not going to affect you, you will be never be immortal, liberated, or blissful. Like many kind of criminals, I can say, they have this kind of character, right? You know, dakus we used to have before, nothing affected by anything, living in jungle, living the way they wanted to live, not getting affected by anything. So now we are talking about mind having pain and pleasure. So pain and pleasure are what? What are pain and pleasure?
Emotion?
Yeah, emotion or experience of mind.
Mm.
Pain and pleasure are experience of mind. Can anybody tell me what is experience?
Yeah, I was thinking experience is uh, so summarization by your mind because
Yes.
everybody has a different experience.
Summary of your mind. Good. Yeah. So the meaning of, I have done it in very normal language. The meaning of experience is effect on mind. What kind effect on the mind is there? Something is happening in the world, right? With the help of senses. Whatever is happening in this world, with the help of our five senses, mind feels it. And that feeling is called experience. So the experience is what? It is the impression on our mind. Why the five senses we are saying here? Because the five senses are like we see, then we get, oh, such a beautiful rose garden, right? We hear cries, somebody is screaming, right? So with our ear, we are hearing it. So only the five senses give the impression, and that impression on our mind is the experience. So any experience is at what level now? So what happened? What are the conditions? Now we'll talk about the condition. What are the conditions when we try when things are happening around us and we don't get the impression or experience of those things. Like we have body will have experiences because it is sensitive. Five sensory organs are there. Then these sensory organs will continuously send the impressions to the mind that this is happening, that is happening, that this is happening, right? So how to come out of this situation? So for that, the Krishna has said, when your mind is busy in something very big, the small thing doesn't affect you. For example, I have written good examples for this one. For example, if you are watching very interesting movie, remember watching it in India and mosquitoes biting you, what used to happen? Just do this and watch, right? Nothing used to affect us because mind is busy in something very big. When the mind is busy in something very big, the small experience doesn't matter. That bite, that itchiness doesn't matter. So Krishna is saying to be busy in something very big. So small experience are, it doesn't matter to you anymore. Then again, one more example I can do. If you saw somebody having a big accident, and at that time you just went to help that person, you're taking the person from the scene of the accident, or you're helping that person. At that time, if a snake also comes in front of you, what will you do? Just ignore the snake, right? Or you will take something or hit the snake, or because your focus is so big right now, your focus is to save someone's life. Otherwise, if we are not doing anything, a snake comes, what will happen? We all will be fearful, running here and there. But in that kind of situation, you will ignore the biggest thing and you will just try to take that person out, right? This was the second example. Now, third example also, I thought very nice example. The third example is a war scenario. Just think for a war scenario when you are going to fight for your country, your people. Your agenda is so big, right? Your agenda is so big, you are going to save your country, your people. At that time, bullets are there, grenades are there, bombs are there, people are dying in front of you. Are you getting affected by anything? With the last breath, all the soldiers try to protect their people and their country. Because such a big mission is in front of their eyes, these small things doesn't even matter. But when the soldier comes back home, when the war is end, after that the impressions starts in the life. Then he will think that, okay, it's hurting here, it's paining here, and what kind of scenario was there. But at that time, because something very big in front of their eye, these small things doesn't even matter. For us also, we need something very big in our life. And that, what is that big thing? That big thing is super consciousness. When we are busy with that super consciousness, small thing doesn't even affect us. And what will we become? We'll become beyond experiences. We'll cross the line of experiences. And again, sometimes what happens, if somebody is on the right path, and if you see them and you will say, oh my God, this person is very good, he does all the good things, then also this person is so much suffering. It always comes that this person was good, very religious, very helpful, and that then also the person is suffering. Most of the time, we don't even know the person is suffering or not suffering. If the person is too much into God, too much into super consciousness, too much into devotee of God, anything, He's too busy. From outside, it will look like that he's suffering a lot, but that person is in the bliss. For example, we can take example of Ramakrishna Paramhans with the cancer, Ramana Maharishi with the cancer, right? From outside, it always looked that, oh my God, this person is suffering. But maybe with so much problem also, that person is not suffering at all. We have these kind of examples. Again, one more example, I was thinking of it. Do you know in Jammu Kashmir, when it's very cold, people wear that long kurta, firan, right? And now we have big jackets, thick jackets, and all the woolen things. But before in Srinagar, in Kashmir, they never used to have that much money or that kind of good clothes to wear in winter. But when you see from afar, a person will be just wearing that kurta, woolen kurta, and walking on the snow. If we see a picture, we will be like, oh my God, that person is suffering a lot. It is so cold, right? That thought will come into our mind. Do you guys have heard, any one of you have heard a name of Kangdi? Kangdi is a small pot which they tie in their neck, and that pot goes inside the kurta on their inside their dress. In that pot, they keep some fire, like burned coal or charcoal. So from outside, when they are walking, it looks like, my God, they don't have enough clothes. It is so cold. But inside the kurta, they are having that kangri. When I was thinking, for example, today, it was a great example. From outside, it looks like very cold, snowy, uncomfortable, but from inside, the warmth of the kangri. That is a blissful person. This was example, maybe that person is not blissful, but from outside it can be seen like lot of suffering, but the inside person is very stable and happy and blissful. This is the kangli, and look how people are putting inside their kurta. The people's impression thinking must be something, but inside situation can be totally different. People thought Ramana Maharshi got cancer, but he was unaffected by the cancer, right? So only your state matters, your center matters. How is your center? How is your state? How is your mind, state of your mind? What is the state of your consciousness? Only that matters. Then again, one more thing in this shloka is that in this shloka, it's about Arjun. Whenever a problems appear, whenever some problem comes, what we try? We try to change the circumstances. We put our entire effort to change everything around us. But here, what Arjun did? When the problem came, Arjun just surrendered. So what is difference between everyone and Arjun? If a problem comes, everyone take it on themselves and try to solve it. Here the Arjun surrendered. When the Arjun surrendered it, the Krishna came to solve it. This is for all of us. Till we are taking the responsibility of everything on ourselves, it is our headache. The moment we surrender, the God takes over. Let the divine take over. Have the courage to leave the problem. You are not the doer here. Come out of the feeling, uh, come out of the feeling of that I am the doer, I have to do. No, you don't have to do. If you surrender, Krishna will do it for you. This was the end of Shloka 15. Any question in this one?
I have a question. So your last sentence is that if we take responsibility, it is our problem. The moment we surrender to God, it's God who will do the task for us, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, any task we have to do it, like we physically have to do it. God won't come and, like, if I have to move a box from here to there, God won't come and move the box, right? We only have to.
Yes, 100% right.
That
What I'm
conflicts.
what
Yeah.
I'm telling here, don't have the feeling of doer.
Okay. Remove the feeling of doer.
Yeah. Try to understand very subtle meanings. I am doing is a gross meaning, right? It is related to body. I have surrendered, and whatever in front of me, I'm just doing it. That is the subtle meaning. I am not the doer. And this is for all of us to practice this. Krishna never said that don't do anything. Just at the subtle level means like very minute level, sukshma level. We have to go and surrender and then get out of the feeling of a doer. That I am the one who's doing it. And it will work, it will show you very good effects in your family if you do like that, at your workplace if you do like that, with your friends if you do like that. Try to remove your I and ego.
Remove I and substitute with what?
Remove. Why do you have to substitute? Okay,
Okay.
initial level, substitute with God. Substitute with God. For everything, you can say like that. I am not doing, God is doing. And have you seen people saying like that all the time? That I am not doing, God is doing, God is doing. I'm not the doer, people say. So initial level, put it on God. Vidya, are you understanding?
I am listening very carefully. Yes, I'm understanding. And
Mm-hmm.
the more I surrender,
Mm-hmm.
that's when it's like the heaviness in me is going to just, I feel like I'm transferring it somewhere else. The
Yeah, transfer it to God.
Yes,
Trust.
just it's the whole the the weight that I'm carrying, I don't want to carry it anymore. So
Yeah.
that is what I'm seeing. Yes, I'm
Yes.
understanding very.
Yeah, you're understanding, right? We the it's very beautiful example. There was a song also. I think I don't know who's the writer. I think Surdas or Kabirdas somebody wrote, and there's a movie song also in Hindi. Like that. I don't remember the words, but I can tell you the meaning of that song. That it's like that you are having such a big load on your head.
Uh-huh.
You are sitting on the lap of God and having that load on your head and saying that, oh my God, it is so heavy, it is so heavy, it is so heavy. Instead of you can just take out and put it down on the God because you're already, in the God, like the pure consciousness is everywhere. So we are already with the God, in the God all the time. Then why do we have to carry the baggage on our head? So we can keep the baggage on God and relax at least.
Very nice.
It's very hard to do that, but we can try, right? So the second shloka is, then again, listen very carefully. The unreal has no existence, and the real never ceases. The truth of both these have been perceived by the seers of the truth. Okay. So in this shloka, the Krishna is saying that unreal was never there. And whatever is real, it never ceases. Now, anybody can tell me what is unreal and real here? So now just understand, there is two kind of thing. One is asat, which is not truth, not real. Other is sat, which is truth, which is real. The Sat is called Brahm, Satya, Purush, Atma, right? The Asatya is called Prakriti, the nature. We have read about Prakriti and Purush in Durga Shapshati. Then we have read about Prakriti and Purush in many different time. I always describe it. So the Purush is not a male here. Okay. The Purush is called the Brahm, the Sat, the supreme consciousness. So one is that, and everything else is the Prakriti, the nature. So the Krishna is saying here, the nature is totally asat. It's not true. It's not real. Only the truth is that the Brahm is everywhere. Why he's saying like that? Now just imagine the world around you, the people around you. Is it same every hour? How are you every minute? Are you the same one every minute? So it's constant change is happening. So that's why the Krishna said that this entire Prakriti, this entire Brahmand, the entire universe is unreal. Why it is unreal? Because it is changing every second. With the change, you cannot hold it. If something is changing, how can you hold it? Can you hold time? Yeah, we can, take a screenshot and hold it, but can we hold the time? So when we cannot hold it, what is it? It is totally unreal. That is asat. Because it's changing, it is not perishable. It will go bad, right? Like how we said that the milk and these kind of things are perishable, because it will just go bad. It's changing every minute. It is changing. The world is unreal, not existent, because the world is changing every second. We cannot acquire the world because it changes very fast, right? This thing we understood. But are we able to acquire the real consciousness? Can you change the real consciousness, the truth? Because whenever we talk about the super intelligence, consciousness, or Brahm, we always say that it is Ananta. It is everywhere. If something is everywhere, how can you change it? None of us have a capacity to change it. Entire universe cannot change the Brahm. The super consciousness is everywhere. No, nothing can change it. So that super consciousness, that Brahm, that Satya is only the truth, is only the real. Now, do you guys understand why we say that Brahma creates and Vishnu takes care and then Shiva destroys everything? But beyond three of this, there is the space of Ishvara. Beyond all three, there is the space of Ishvara, and then the space of Brahm is there. So these things are continuously generating and destroying, generating and destroying. So none of these things are real. Understood? Ask question, it's okay.
I don't see the relation between Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahm creating and destroying, and like Brahma, like that space in this one. What you don't see
No,
there.
no. So understand. So Brahm we call the super consciousness. We have given the name it Brahm. It
Mhm.
has Brahm, Satya, Atma, Purush, and many thousand names we have given to it. Okay, these are the main names. So that is the super consciousness, the Purna Chetana. Okay, the supreme Chetana. In that Chetana, after one layer, is the Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, who is the creator and taking care and destroyer. Okay. Now that Brahm, the Purush, we sometimes call it that supreme power Shiva. Sometimes the Vaishnavas call it like Mahavishnu. It's not Vishnu, it's Mahavishnu. It's not Shiva, it's the Parashiva or Sadashiva. Hmm? Then sometimes we call it Devi. So it's not Devi, it's like Parashakti. So whom do we call Parashakti here? Lalita Tripur Sundari? That kind of power? Like Kali will be there beyond the time. So that level. So we are talking about those things are real and existence of them is there. Beyond their level, everything is unreal. Nothing is real.
So even Vishnu, Brahm, and Shiva, not Mahavishnu. Vishnu, Shiva, that's all not real, right?
Not real. They come, they do their job. Okay? That's the difference between Shankar and Sadashiv. Hmm? That is a difference between Shankar. Very beautifully, Tulsidas has mentioned in Ramcharitmanas the Nirguna Roop of the Ram, Mahavishnu, that he can hear without ears, he can walk without feet. It's in Hindi. It's like Sune bin Kana, chale bin pag और सुने बिन काना बिना पैर के चलते हैं and बिना कान के सुनते हैं. So who is that? That the supreme consciousness, the Brahm is that. It doesn't have any body. It is the Nirguna Rupa. Right? So that they exist. They are the real one. Beyond that, everything is unreal. Why it is unreal? Because it changes every second. We know, according to science, that our body changes, right? Every minute. The body changes, the cells are dying, new cells are coming, the thoughts are dying, new thoughts are coming. So nothing is real and nothing have any existence. So what happened in many cases, we may deny the existence of Supreme Soul. We may neglect, we may disregard, we may challenge, we may question. We can give arguments, right? People do this all things all the time. Doesn't matter whatever you do, but the real will be there always. Why? Because no one can destroy the imperishable entity. That imperishable entity is supreme consciousness. Doesn't matter how many arguments you give, you say whatever you want to say, but then also you cannot deny its presence. Okay? Got it? I know it's technically tough to understand, but I'm trying my best. Now, the another thing come here. As long as the unreal existent is assured, there is discrimination. When the real comes, there is no discrimination. Why it is like that? Because when it is unreal, this world around us, there is discrimination. There is caste, male, female, animals and humans, plants. Like we have so many discriminations. We never think that we are same. In the unreal world, it is like that. So much discrimination is there. But when you go to the real world, when your consciousness reach the supreme, what happens? It is only one. The consciousness is only one. It's a big ocean of consciousness. When we reach that level, is there any discrimination between anyone? Then you cannot say this person is good and this person is bad. On the plane of world, on the plane of this earth, or on the plane of a mind level, we have discrimination with each and other, with everything. But for the higher supreme consciousness, there is no discrimination. Why do we say that you project or you manifest whatever is inside you, you see around you? Why do we say like that? Because the consciousness is one. If your consciousness is pure, you will see purity everywhere. Right? When the problems happens in this world, why everybody is asking to be on spiritual path and meditate and do all good things? Because we can see so many problems in this world. So everyone will do their part nicely, then the problems will be gone. So at unreal level, discrimination is there. Unreal level, all the problems are there. The real level, there's the unreal is 24/7 changing. You cannot get hold of it. How will you hold it? The time is changing so fast. This is clear? So when we look at this world, in spite of the both existence, real and unreal, we see that it is dominated by unreal with non-existent. Right? The big picture we see around, that the unreal world we see around us. And we forget that this unreal world is also attached with the real consciousness. We all are the part of the supreme consciousness. We are in the plane of unreal plane, but or unreal realms, we are staying here at this level, but then then also we are attached to the supreme. We are attached to the real. Did you guys understand? I know it must have gone bounced. Did you understand?
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Yeah. I know it's tough. It's hard. It's not majak. It's not a joke. Gita is not a joke. So Krishna is not a joke anymore. I think this Janmashtami, you guys will love Krishna. And you will see Krishna with a different eye. That what is Krishna?